What is good, everybody? AHS Rules back again with another video, and we're here for another Ring of Honor TV review, episode number 119 to be exact. Now, if you're a long-time viewer of this channel, which I hope that you are, this is the first time you're seeing my face since like February. And the best way to answer that, and why was that the case, we've had a crap ton of technical issues going on since then. And this is one of the first steps forward to make sure that everything is working. So it's a step in the right direction, as I like to say. But you're here to know what the hell happened on episode 119 of Ring of Honor and Honor Club. And I will give you a straight up spoiler alert. The out-of-the-ring stuff, the in-ring action this week took second place. The out-of-the-ring stuff was a lot more freaking interesting than what happened in the ring. We have an event announcement. We have several returns. Let's get right into it. As we do kickoff with an in-ring match. Layla Gray and Dulce Tormenta versus Persephone and Thunder Rosa, as Persephone and Gray start the bout off, where Rosa quickly tags in and tries several roll-ups on Gray. The same thing happens once Dulce and Persephone tag back in. Persephone misses on a moonsault, while Gray applies a dragon sleeper with Rosa breaking it up. Rosa's dropkick on Dulce gets a 2 count, but transitions it into a sleeper hold of her own, and an immediate tap out as Persephone and Thunder Rosa win this bout. It's not the last that we'll see of them on this week's episode. We'll even see them twice more after this. So we have a frat house initiation. I almost called it invitation. Initiation. Now, I will say this about the frat house. I like the idea of the group, because if you look at each person that is in the group, they have been in a prior group or tag team that just fizzled out and didn't work. Because Griff Garrison was in the Varsity Blondes, remember that? Cole Carter was in the Factory, remember that? Preston Vance was in the Dark Order and LFI, which I guess people remember him in the Dark Order. I don't know if they really remember him in LFI. And Jack Jameson was with the Iron Savages, which I don't know if they'll ever really bring them back up or whatnot, but you get the point. Each of them are in a group that just fizzled out. So I like the idea behind this group and them being bonded together over their past groups, but that is not really the story that they're going with. They're going with we're frat boys and we're annoying, and it kind of comes off as comedy characters and annoying, where I feel they need to mix it up a little bit and combine my idea with what is actually going on. But the initiation starts with a backstage segment in which they call upon Ian Riccaboni, with Jameson calling him, and I quote, Rickaboner. And he gets called out for his commentary during frat house matches and how he is very annoying and discounts what they do. And they offer a bit of a peace offering, offering him a red solo cup, which, spoiler alert, there's nothing in it. Now, getting to this initiation part, spoiler alert, it's just a straight-up matchup. It is Cole Carter and Griff Garrison versus Dale Springs and Braxton Hunter, where if the latter two win, they are let into the frat house, but it is difficult for them to win this match because they are attacked prior to the bell ringing, and they're, spoiler, I think it's the fourth time I've said this video, and I'll say it a couple more times. There will be no new members as Garrison and Carter dominate and land a big boot into Samoan drop combo to pick up the victory. Now, I told you all that Persephone and Thunder Rosa would be appearing again, and they appear in a backstage segment where they're celebrating their victory from earlier, and Persephone invites Thunder Rosa to join her in CMLL/Mexico, and Thunder Rosa accepts and even says that we will see them at ROH Global Wars. Now, I don't know what the hell that means. When I saw earlier, there was a tweet made about this, and afterwards on commentary, they're like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? So I imagine it's very similar to last time, where AEW did Grand Slam Australia, and prior to the event, they filmed matches for Global Wars Australia. And then later in the week, they uploaded it. Now, what's different this time around is, the thing I'm more excited about, they announced this way in advance, and it wasn't just a last-minute thing that popped up out of nowhere. So I'm glad that there's a somewhat announcement about it, because it's still, details need to be discussed about it, but at least there's an announcement about it. And B, what's different is Grand Slam Mexico is taking place on Wednesday, where Grand Slam Australia took place on a Saturday. So I don't know if we'll get a straight-up ROH TV episode that week, or we'll get the Grand Slam Mexico, or the Global, it gets freaking confusing when you got to try to say Grand Slam and Global Wars, but the Global Wars Mexico special as well. So I would say, and I'm not that against it, and I'll throw the suggestion out, we get Grand Slam Mexico, June 18th. June 19th, we get a special, or ROH TV as regular. The Friday, they upload Global Wars Mexico. And then Saturday, they do Collision, because Collision is on its own and not tied in with Dynamite that week. So that's my suggestion. Maybe that's what's going to happen, but we got 2 weeks to find that out. So Global Wars Mexico is returning. We still have Supercard of Honor coming up. And while I am excited for this event being announced, Supercard of Honor was delayed several weeks and months. And I said, hey, maybe to give them a chance to build up some intrigue for that event. I have nothing. I still have no clue what the hell's going to happen. And we are literally a month and some days away from it. So maybe Global Wars. I could have an inkling of one match. I thought that we would get the finals of the Women's Pure Tournament there, but they haven't even started yet. So a lot more questions than answers with ROH as of late. But let's get into some more in-ring action as Aaron Solo takes on Wheeler Yuta. There's no code of honor between these two, leading to a back-and-forth start. Solo attempts a frog splash that Yuta moves out of the way of, and then Solo moves out of the way of a Busaiku knee attempt. Solo is able to land a foot stomp that gets a 2 count, and then Bryson Remsburg gets in the way of Solo, and his back is turned, and Yuta rakes at his eyes and delivers the Busaiku knee to pick up the victory. We get a great Bandito video package as he'll be returning next week on ROH in a Proving Ground bout against Mansoor. So our main event this week is a Proving Ground bout between Athena and Rachel Armstrong. Now, I don't remember exactly the last time we have seen Athena on ROH TV, but it's been a long-ass time, and commentary did mention this is the first time we're seeing her since her match with Mercedes Moné, which, yes, I am extremely salty that Athena did not win that, but can't go back now. Cannot go back now and change that. And Athena definitely is pissed off still about that because she dominates in and out of the ring early in this bout. This is slowed down once Armstrong is able to deliver a hurricanrana into a pin that gets a very close 2 count. Armstrong misses her 450 splash with Athena delivering a straight jacket powerbomb to pick up the victory. I always enjoy, and it mainly happens in Athena Proving Ground bouts, where she just busts out different moves and different finishes for the matches. So that's how Athena won this matchup and goes to attack Armstrong after this. And Thunder Rosa, for the 3rd time this episode, makes an appearance to save Armstrong and even picks up Athena's women's championship. So I mentioned that inkling of maybe something for Supercard of Honor. Maybe it's this. I would would imagine that's kind of a big match for that event. Maybe Global Wars Mexico. Who knows? So that's not the end of this episode. We got one more thing. This is I told y'all there's several returns. This one I was not expecting. This what might have been one of the greatest endings to a not just Ring of Honor wrestling show, TV show in general, as we see a group of boys in the desert and a UFO freaking appears. And who comes out of the UFO but Dalton Castle? And he brings Dalton Castle. I know that when I said a group of boys in the desert, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Dalton Castle's boys. If you're aware of Ring of Honor lore, you would understand and go, oh, now that makes sense. But he gathers them up and they take off in the UFO. We have not seen Dalton Castle almost in a year. I believe his last match was against Roderick Strong on Collision in a number 1 contenders bout for the Ring of Honor World Championship. So a very quick Ring of Honor TV review. I don't know if I'll be in front of the camera every week, but again, like I said, I'm trying things out. So this is a good week to test it out. And I think as of right now, things are going okay. So will be TBD. I will apologize if you could hear my TV in the background. There's some Pride FC playing on it, and I forgot to mute, and I was like, I'm not going to change it. If y'all hear it, y'all hear it, but it's on, like, the volume's at, like, 2, so I don't think that was the case. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I messed it up, but you guys, bye.